Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome to our live online coaching party here in my group, Facebook group, Transform Your, I'm going to say Transform Your Life. No. Well, it is your life, actually, isn't it? Transform Your Voice in 7 days. And I'm so pleased to welcome LEANNE Brooker in live coaching today. So LEANNE, I'd like you to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from, how did you get into singing, how long have you been singing, and yeah, that would be the first things that I'd like to ask you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name's LEANNE. I'm from England. I've been singing since I was about 8 years old.
Where are you living in England?
In Buckinghamshire.
Okay, is that near London?
It's about half an hour from London.
Okay, great.
So yeah, it's all right here. Yeah, I've been singing since I was about 8 years old. I had a massive gap where I only sung at home, and then for the past 2.5 years, I've sort of been working back up to sort of where I am now, and I've started to perform and you know, just go to other places and sing. Get my confidence back.
Where are you at now? Are you doing this semi-professionally? Are you just performing wherever you can as lots of fun, kind of a fun hobby thing, or what are your intentions?
It is a fun hobby for me. It was a bit of a secret. Everybody I knew didn't know really that I sang, apart from my children and my family. So I'm just sort of singing wherever I can at the moment. I'm doing open mic nights, karaoke's, and I've started my own sort of thing on my Facebook page as well. I'm hoping to be able to do it semi-professionally.
Okay.
Eventually.
Do you have a band?
No, it's just me. It's just me.
Okay.
I find I'd be too loud for a backing, like to do backing singing. I'm quite loud.
Well, I mean, I wasn't talking about being a backing singer. I was talking about being your band, like you are the soloist and you have a band.
Oh, right. Okay. No, like no, it's just me with just backing tracks at the moment.
Okay. What are your intentions? Would you like to have a pianist or work with a band, or what's your goals? What are your dreams as a singer? Where do you want to go?
I would love myself to actually learn the piano myself, because I love the piano backing tracks that I use, and I just love the piano. So that's one of my dreams, to be able to play the piano so that I can actually sing and play as well at the same time. If an opportunity came along for a band, you know, I'd definitely give anything a go. Anything.
Well, why don't you put an ad in your local newspaper or in the music schools or whatever, because you have to search these things out sometimes, right?
Yeah. I'm just learning everything at the moment and finding out new things. So I'm getting on my feet slowly. Okay.
I think it would be a nice idea if you would maybe look for a pianist, you know, and then you can sort of do the songs together with the pianist and build up a repertoire. That's what I tell my students who come.
Yeah.
We get a repertoire of maybe about 10 songs before they start thinking of performing in publicly, and that's a nice goal for them, right?
Yeah.
Because you then have a goal to work towards. So that you're not just sort of, no, you practice and do your best and whatever. But when you've got a sort of like a goal in front of you, then you've got something to work towards. Okay, by that time, I'm going to have 10 songs up, and I can perform maybe in a small cafe or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So have you taken any lessons? Have you?
No, I've never had any lessons. I've just, I don't know myself. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Sorry.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That you've been singing since you were 8, and yeah, that's really great. But perhaps at some point you may want to get a mentor to help you
Yeah.
along the way and show you what, you know, how to breathe properly,
Yeah.
how to project. So, yeah, what are your challenges with singing?
I think the main thing for me at the moment is quite frustrating is this, some of the songs that I used to sing when I was younger, I can't seem to get right now. I just can't seem to get those notes, and I don't know whether I'm not, I think it's more down to not breathing in the right places.
Okay, I was just trying to check out on Facebook to see if we have any people having a look. Do you see any comments? Anybody listening to us? Anybody there? I don't see that we're live here on Facebook, but you can see it, right?
Yeah, it says live on Facebook on mine.
Yeah, but can you see us on Facebook? In your hand?
No.
I can't either, so I'm just wondering if we're really live or not.
It did actually come up. It did come up to notify me that you'd gone live. So I'm presuming, I just don't have a second device with Facebook, so I'm presuming that it is live.
Okay. Okay. You stream on Facebook? Just gonna take a look and see if we're online here. Just 1 second, people. Just have a moment of patience here, just till I check. I would just want to see if anybody can see us. That would be very cool. You are live and I'm watching. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Rebecca. That's good to know that we're not just talking into space. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. So I'm going back to my, there we go. Okay, so Leanne, how about you just singing part of your song?
Yeah.
You know, sing it. You don't have to sing the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, just sing the first part of it, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay. Shall I use the track as well?
Yeah, if you want to use your track, go ahead.
Okay.
We'll see if we can hear it well enough.
The whispers in the morning, the lovers sleep and tight, are rolling by like thunder now. As I look in your eyes, I hold on to your whole body and feel each move you make. Your voice is warm and tender, a love that I could not forsake, 'cause I'm your lady. That's where I struggle. And you are my man. That's where I'm struggling.
Yeah. Okay. Right. First of all, we didn't hear the music too much. It's
Okay.
when it goes online, it has to be super loud. But that doesn't matter. I heard your voice, and you've got a great voice, Leanne.
Thank you.
It's really, really great. You've got some good stuff going on there, and you haven't had any lessons in your life. Amazing. Congratulations.
I've learned from feeling patterns in my body, if that makes sense, like certain feelings to hit certain notes. It's a strange way maybe, but that's just the way I do it.
Okay, first of all, you're having a little trouble when you get a little higher, right?
Yeah.
Now, I think that we would have to work a little bit on breathing techniques, because once you have a good breathing technique, I don't know if you know much about breathing. I'm going to tell you a little bit within, you know, just a little bit about, there's a lot more to it, but just going to give you the main gist of it.
Yeah.
When we breathe down into our diaphragm. You know where that is? It's below your lungs, right? When you fill the lungs, then you start to push down with the diaphragm. And when you breathe out, the diaphragm comes back in position. So it's really, really important for singers and speakers to use their diaphragm to speak. Now, I could imagine listening to your voice that you may get kind of hoarse after singing sometime. Do you ever get hoarse?
Only recently, but I've just been having other problems. I did one evening, I did about 10 songs, and I found after that I did actually get quite hoarse.
Yeah. Well, I can only suggest to you, I'd like to do one little breathing exercise with you and show you after that, what comes after that is to project with your voice.
Yeah.
And once you start to learn to project from your diaphragm, then you will go by, you will just pass by the vocal cords without having to press on them, right? It's like a trampoline. You breathe into your diaphragm, the note takes place at the same time. That means you pick up the note from your vocal cords at the same time. It springs up, picks up the note, and you flow with the air out.
Yeah. It flows more naturally when you've got the right breath. It does flow more naturally.
Exactly. If you are projecting, it's like a catapult. It catapults the air up so that you don't have to do anything. It just goes up all by itself. It's like we call in German a Flummi. It's one of these Indian rubber balls. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
They're very special. They just bounce right up into the air. That's what happens with our diaphragm. And if we're only breathing up to here, like 90% of people do, speakers, a lot of people who are speaking, I get a lot of teachers and a lot of singers who are hoarse and having their voices breaking away, or they have problems with pressing on their voice. Yeah. And that's why, because, they're only breathing to here, and then they start pressing on their vocal cords, and all of a sudden, they don't have a nice sound, and singers have problems reaching the higher notes. So let us do one breathing exercise. I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to show you what happens. So you let your stomach relax, right?
Yeah.
So your diaphragm is around your stomach. So you let the stomach relax. You let all that fat hang out. You don't have any fat. You're quite skinny. But I do. I'm working on it though. So you let your stomach relax. The walls of your stomach are relaxing. So when I breathe in, I'll get back here a little bit. I'm going to let my jaw down, and I'm going to let that air down. So you're going to see when I breathe in, the stomach expands. I'm going to show that to you.
Yeah.
And when I breathe out, it goes down. It's like you're feeling a tire of air around your diaphragm, around your stomach area, right? So the abdominal muscles control the air going out. By exhaling, the air will be controlled through your abdominal muscles. So when you breathe in, of course, you don't need the muscles. When you breathe in, you just have to have a good posture. You can't sing like this, right?
Yeah.
You got to get a good posture. You have to have body tension, positive body tension, right? And then you breathe into your diaphragm. I don't know. Do you want to try that?
Yeah, I'm just going to have to move my camera, but bear with me.
Yeah.
Because I've not got a very good...
Yeah, these are the disadvantages of
Yeah.
that speakers don't have when they're online. They can just sit there and talk, and we have to move. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it's as if you're pressing out when you breathe in. You're pressing outwards. Now, this is something you may find new because most people breathe inwards.
Yeah.
Right? So you want to expand, contract. Expand, contract. So I want you to practice that. You can also take a look here in the Facebook group in the unit section.
Yeah.
I have a couple of videos on there that you can just, which is a little bit more more detail. And I also have a PDF here that you can go through, and it will explain to you how to get that feeling of expanding the stomach. Like if you lay down on the floor or in your bed and you start breathing into your diaphragm, you're going to see that your stomach expands automatically. Yeah. And it will contract also automatically. And then you have to, take that over when you stand up. You have to, I don't know the English word, but you have to.
I've actually experimented with this. I've laid down and actually sung the song, and
Good.
the notes come out. But when I've stood up,
yeah,
it's a different story. Yeah. So it is very different when you're standing.
It is. It is. So you're going to have to practice a little bit as if you're feeling. You can just imagine you're feeling an air tire around your stomach. Right? You're feeling the whole air. It goes right back into your back, feeling that air. So your stomach expands and that the tire retracts when you breathe out. Expands and retract. Now you're going to have to probably practice that, and that's why it's always good to have a teacher or a mentor to help you so that a teacher can monitor you. Whether you are doing it properly, because breathing is the basis. Breathing is the basis of speaking and singing. Yeah. Now, the basis of singing is speaking, especially in the area that we are working in jazz, pop, and blues, right? Because we're not singing as a classical singer is only going to use, they're going to use their diaphragm too. If the breathing technique is the same in every area. Breathing technique is the same, but the use of the voice is different. And as a classical singer is only going to use their head voice. Now they're going to use this part. It's going to resonate here. And we, as jazz, pop, and blues singers, we resonate here in our chest voice, right? We want to use our chest voice. Now I noticed listening to you that your chest voice is pretty good, but I would suggest you starting in the chest voice and going over into your mixed voice so that you're not pressing. A lot of people are using their head voice in the lower region, in their lower register, and this causes pressure on your vocal cords. So you want to use your natural speaking voice when you sing. This let me think. Sing the first line of the song.
Yeah. The whispers in the morning.
Okay. The whispers in the morning. I'm singing that in the chest voice. Do you hear the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, you're singing it like this. The whispers in the morning. That's head voice.
Right.
This is chest voice. The whispers in the morning. Now, I know that Jennifer Rush uses a lot of head voice and when she's singing. She uses a lot of the classical head voice, which we definitely can use. But I would just suggest, it's the chest voice doesn't mean you have to press and you don't have to, make it loud. You can.
Do you find that you don't, when you're doing the chest voice, you don't use the diaphragm as hard? It's a soft.
When I use my chest voice, it doesn't matter if I use my chest voice or my head voice. I don't have any extra pressure from my diaphragm or any. It's the same. It's just being able to know how to use it. Like if I use my chest voice, I can use it really loud. Hey oh, hey oh, right?
Okay, yeah.
Or I can use my chest voice softly. The fallen leaves, where I'm going into my head voice again. Drift by my window. This all chest voice. So you learn to control your chest voice so that it's not screaming and not loud. Now the thing is, once you get up into the higher regions, you're really going to have to project. That means I think you're the one who said it's you don't want to make it sound like screaming, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because it can quite easily tail over into sounding like cat-like.
Yeah, and that's why you want to project. I'm just saying, the whispers in the morning. I don't know the whole thing. Sing it on. We're going to go to that higher place.
Of lovers sleeping time.
I love. Yeah, I really like the timbre in your voice. You're using some of your chest voice in there. I want you to try just singing, just that we as singers, we have to have the command of our voice. We have to say, I'm going to now sing that in my chest voice. I'm going to now go into the mixed voice. I'm now going to go into my head voice. So you have to really have command of this. So I'm going to ask you now, just sing this in your chest voice. Could you do that?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. Start from the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. The whispers in the morning of lovers sleeping time, rolling by like thunder.
You're pressing a little bit on your vocal cords.
Yeah.
You're pressing. I don't know. Did you feel? How did your vocal cords feel just now?
Yeah, slightly tight. I'm sat in a very awkward position. It's not really. The thing is, I don't know the difference between. I just sing. I don't know the difference between head voice, chest voice, and that's what I've learned.
Okay, all right. Our chest voice is our speaking voice. So if I sing the, it sounds like you're speaking. Just say the. Right. It's on a certain level. It's on a certain tone level, right?
Yeah.
I'm singing a certain level of tone. I'm singing that note, but I'm speaking it. I'm using what we call the speech singing. It's you're pulling on your spoken word, and it sounds like you're then singing. If I sing the, doesn't really sound like you're singing, but if I pull on that spoken word, I can make it sound like I'm singing, and that's the kind of voice we want to use when we're using jazz, pop, and blues. Now, of course, definitely, there are songs from Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You, where she starts off in her head voice. It's a style, but she commands her voice and goes into that head voice because she wants to paint a certain picture. She wants to make a certain aspect of her voice. She wants to show that. She wants to make it, we create a whole picture when we're singing. It's like creating a whole picture of different colors and contrast. That's why we use the chest voice, the head voice, and the mixed voice. So just sing the. That's your chest voice.
Right. Okay. There was no. Yeah, I felt the difference there.
Yeah. I think the tone was the whispers. Was that right?
Yeah. The whispers in the morning.
Oh, it's up there. The whispers. Hey, what's going on? So I'm calling actually, and I'm pulling on that spoken word. The whispers.
The whispers.
Yeah, it's going to sound kind of uncultivated in the beginning when you're using your chest voice.
It sounds quite a bit unnatural to me.
It sounds kind of bought. It sounds uncultivated. It sounds kind of, you know, dirty. It doesn't sound like, you know, we're singing. But I guarantee you, afterwards, when you add a little bit of vibrato to it, the whispers of the morning. Okay, that's not quite the style that Jennifer Rush uses, but I just wanted to show you how I can use my chest voice and put some expression into it, right?
Yeah.
So try it again.
The whispers in the morning.
Think more. Just think really of speaking. The whispers.
The whispers.
Yeah.
In the morning.
In your tone, in your register that you were singing.
The whispers in the morning.
Yeah. Did you hear how much clearer your voice was?
Yeah. And there's no pressure.
Exactly. And this is what you want to do, is get away from the pressure. So I'm not going to go into that too much, but then we'd probably take up a lot of time, because there's a lot of things that I've noticed on your voice, just you singing that short bit. So now let's go to the higher bit. The whispers of the morning. Could you sing that through and show me where you're going up?
Yeah.
Is that the note right there?
Yes, I'm your lady.
Okay, stop. That was better already.
That's probably the first time I've actually hit it properly.
You gotta be kidding. With that teeny weeny bit of coaching.
Yeah.
Right. That's what you have to do. You have to use your chest voice, especially the up there. There's no other way except, you know, go for it, chest voice, and it's going to be loud. And what you were doing just now, you were projecting it. Well, 'cause I'm your lady. So I went into my head voice because I have a lower voice. Lower voice than you.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Rush sings that also in that classical kind of, 'cause I'm your lady.
She goes right.
My man. Right?
Yeah.
So you weren't using your head voice, but you want to sing it in your style anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't necessarily want to copy Jennifer Rush.
No.
Jennifer Rush is Jennifer Rush, and you are you. Now, could you do that again? Now, what I wanted just to make you very clear about is when you breathe into your diaphragm, so I'm shouting almost, right?
Yeah.
I am your lady. So that's the voice I'm using in the head voice. Now I want you to do that in your chest voice.
Okay.
So as if you're calling, if you're sending your voice out to the park.
Cause I'm your lady, and you are my man.
Yeah. Much better. Did you have?
I've got a bad throat at the minute anyway.
Okay, but you felt less pressure on your vocal cords.
Yeah. It flows more.
Yeah. That's what you have to do. You have to project. So what are the points that we've covered is that you have to breathe into your diaphragm. I would practice that, Leanne.
Yeah.
Because that is your absolute basis. And you're going to save your voice. You're going to have a resonant sound in your voice if you start to use your breathing properly. Right? And you don't need to press, because it's just jumps up, picks up the note, and flows out. So I can't even see if there's any comments here. Can you?
I can't see any, no.
I can't see anything anyways. Anyways. Let's have a look. Anyways, we'll probably see them afterwards.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, what time have we got now? Yeah, it's about, I wanted to do these coachings like about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, if you have any other challenges, please get in touch with me, and we can go over another.
I do have a question. With the breathing exercises, does that strengthen your core muscles?
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
Absolutely. These core muscles are your abdominal muscles.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have to imagine you're breathing in, breathe into your diaphragm. Diaphragm goes down. On the side of the diaphragm, you're going to have these abdominal muscles, and then you're going to breathe out. And as you breathe out, these muscles are going to tense up. They're going to control the air going out. If you just go like breathe in and go off when you breathe out, and you'll see those muscles are working. Let's try. Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah. I was practicing a little bit last night. I used one of your units, and I actually felt unfit after I'd done it, because it was really, giving me a bit of a workout.
Yeah, you're going to get some, we call it in German Muskelkater. You're going to get a muscle spasm because you're not used to controlling your abdominal muscles, right?
Yeah.
And this is what we want to do. We want to get our muscles strong. We want to strengthen our abdominal muscles. We want to strengthen our vocal cords, which are also muscles.
Yeah.
Right? And we've got all of these muscles around our vocal cords. Now, if they're pressing, you can imagine what happens to your vocal cords. They're going to start pushing together, and you're going to get the vocal cords are going to get a little raw. They are a little raw right now with you. Maybe you have a cold, but if you continue to sing without your diaphragm, you will probably get a few problems with your voice.
Yeah,
it will be difficult to reach the higher notes. Yeah, that's great. If you worked on that on one of those units in my Facebook group, that's wonderful. Yeah, and if you have any questions, please come into the group and interact with everybody. Maybe you can help somebody else in the same boat. Right? Yeah, great.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And you have reflux.
I'm suffering with acid reflux at the moment, so it's making my throat really sore. Yeah, and I think it's going to be a bit of rest time, I think, after tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought I had reflux. You say in English reflux?
Reflux, yeah.
I thought I had that too, because my voice, about 3 years ago, my voice was gone for half a year. I was working too much. I was working every single weekend. I had a course Tuesday, 2 courses Wednesday, course Thursday, and 12 private students, and I was gone every single weekend doing workshops and concerts. And I was singing when I was sick. So you should not sing when you are sick. You have to.
It's so hard not to, because I just love singing, and I feel a bit lost when I don't do it.
Yeah, but you know what? We have to really exert self-love and self-care with our body, because we as singers, our whole body is important when we sing. Right? Our body has to be strong. If you may notice, if you've got the flu or you're not feeling well, you don't have any power in your voice. Your voice is dependent on a healthy, strong body. That's why I tell all the singers they should go to a fitness studio. They should go jogging. They should go out for a walk don't go walking. You've got to be fit as a singer to be able to carry your voice, to have a strong carrying voice, and to get that nice
Yeah.
big sound in your voice, right? So take care of yourself, Leanne.
I will. And you.
Take care of yourself, and it's been a pleasure talking to you. You've got a great voice. You've got
Thank
great
you.
potential. Just be careful that you don't press too much on your vocal cords. And if I
Yeah.
can help you in any way, please get in touch with me.
Okay. Thank you very much for your help.
You're so welcome. All the best, my dear.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.